Hey everybody, Kristen Fagan here with Softlex Company for a new episode of Free Spirit Beading, and today we have beads on sale. So one of those kind of bead play days where I grabbed a whole bunch of stuff from my stash that I either have from online or from the live bead sales in the past. And we're just going to play. I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do yet. So yeah, should be fun. I've got a giveaway happening here on the video. You must be here live to enter and win. The hashtag beads is what you need to comment on the video, and that will put you into the running. Must be here at the end when I choose a winner to claim your prize. How is everyone doing today? Hello, hello. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. For all the moms out there, happy belated Mother's Day. I hope you had a really nice time. I was very happy and content this weekend. I have both my kids here with me at home, and so that was really lovely. My necklace, Sherry says, love your necklace. This is a Sarah Ayler original. It's an amazing necklace, and I don't wear it enough. Sarah is out this week for her birthday vacation. So I thought, oh, that's a fun day to wear it. And I thought maybe I'd just show it off again. She actually had this one published. It is a gorgeous lampwork bead that has 3 holes, and then she's got crystals in between, and it's all strung on braided Softlex beading wire. So it's a pretty amazing design. I'll give you guys a closer up on the when we turn the table down so that you can take a look. And speaking of Sarah being out, she does not have her video this week on Wednesday, but never fear, because Joyce and I decided that while Sarah was away, we will play. So join Joyce and I for an impromptu beading party this week on Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific time. I don't know exactly what I will be doing. I know I'm definitely going to be doing Softlex beading wire, and I think Joyce is going to be playing with Softlex craft wire. So join us on Wednesday to see what we're up to at 3 p.m. Pacific time, just so that we can kind of hang out. We don't get to hang out that much, Joyce and I, because she does her thing in the office. I'm always here, and we don't always get to cross paths. So this was a lovely opportunity with Sarah gone that we figured we'll get together and hang out with all of you and do some beading. So speaking of beads, we have a bead sale. We have a double bead sale happening this week. We have a bead sale happening over at softlexcompany.com. It's our 20% off all our beads and gemstones. You will get up to 65% off on closeout items, closeout beads in particular. You'll use the coupon bead sale, all one word, when you check out, and that will give you that extra 20% off on any bead on closeout, as well as any beads in our beads and our gemstones categories. That sale ends tomorrow, May 13th at midnight Pacific time. And I have a few things. I don't have a ton from the website right now because I kind of wanted to play with some random stuff today, but I do have a few things from online that I definitely will be sharing with you. And then in addition to that, we have our live sale happening. We do a live bead sale every week on Thursdays, live at 1 p.m. Pacific time. However, you can shop that week's sale all the way through Monday. So today is the last day to shop our live sale from Thursday. And you've got till midnight tonight to check it out. You can shop on Softlex Company's Facebook page. You can check it out on the Instagram page. We do have a live sale website that you can access from softlexcompany.com. Just click the live sale link at the top, or you can download the Softlex Company app and shop that way. We think the app is the best experience. So if you have an Android or iPhone device, go to your app store and search Softlex Company, and you should be able to download our app right from there and shop. Let's see, we got a bunch of friends joining us. Hello, hello. Let's see who's here. Hi, Jody. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Kim and Katney. Beads with Nicole, Annie G. Stephanie's here. Ilyanka and Peggy. Kelly, Pamela, Tina. Hello, hello, everyone. Dana's here and Liz. Jerry, hi. Cecilia, Sharon, hello. Hi, Amber. Awesome. And Rebecca, thanks for joining me today. Anything else that I missed before we go down? I don't think so. Let's take a look at the beading table. Look at all this fun stuff. So of course I have some Softlex beading wire out. I took out, since I have a lot of sort of soft, almost beachy colors, I took out the fluorite, turquoise, our bone, and then our satin silver. We'll see which ones I end up using. But this is Softlex beading wire. It is flexible stainless steel braided beading wire. This is all the medium diameter, which is the 0.019, and that is our all-purpose. It's good for glass, mineral, metal beads. You can also tie knots with this. It is nylon coated. It is safe in salt water or regular water. You're going to finish it with crimps, which is what I will do today. And let's take a look at what I've got on my table. So where it all started, right? So where it all started was with my elk antler beads. So I have two different shapes that I have picked up at previous live sales. We also sell these online at softlexcompany.com. And I really, really, really want to make something with these. I haven't decided which shape I'm going to play with yet today, but these are happening. These are happening. They're naturally shed elk antler. There is, I think it's a couple that they go out and they forage for naturally shed antler, and then they go ahead and turn them into beads and polish them, and they're really, really beautiful. So I picked up some things to go along with it. So let's see. I don't know if I'm going to head in the warm tones, which we have these gorgeous fire agate beads at softlexcompany.com. They're a really kind of soft orange. They have a lot of that like ivory color in there. And when you get them, you get a lot on a strand. They have that creamy color. And they're all so different. So I'm just going to take a couple more out of my bag. And they all have like little different patterns. Some of them really look like giraffe patterns to me. So if you like that sort of animal print stuff, look at that one. That one's very giraffe looking. That one's pretty cool, actually. I might keep that one out. But some of them are more orange. Some have some darker spots. They're like a really cool mix. So that's, I feel like the pictures online are a lot darker. They almost look like a red orange, but in real life, they're more like a creamy orange. I have some golem beads from the past that have some orange in them too. So yes, like a creamsicle. That's a good way of putting it, Nicole. So I thought these would be really fun to go along with the fire agate and the elk antler. So I pulled those aside. I've got, we've got some of this online. This is the fossil coral. So you could pick up some of these. We actually did put them on closeout in our last closeout sale. So they're marked on sale, and then you'll get an extra 20% off. I know everything goes with creamy beads. That's why I was like, oh, I could pull this out and I could pull that out. I got these, you can find these online. We got these purple ceramic beads, and that would go really pretty with the cream, along with this random lampwork bead I have. It's very dark, but it has little purple polka dots on it. So I thought that could be really fun. So we're just going to do a little show and tell of all the things I gathered. Here's another random lampwork bead I have in my stash that I thought we could do some fun asymmetrical styles with all of these little one-off guys, right? Okay, so those were those colorways. I have this gorgeous donut that we wire wrapped in the past, and I shared the link with Thomas so that you can see how we did this, because I have a tutorial some time ago where we wire wrapped this. I used the same technique to do this one, which this one is also a beautiful color with the cream. So now let's move into some of the blues that I pulled out, right? So we've got this gorgeous pendant. We have this donut. I've got this really cool lampwork bead. This one might be a ceramic bead. This kind of feels like a ceramic bead artist, I think, on this one. We've got this monstrous pendant, which I don't think I'll use today, but man, one of these days it's going to be perfect. This is from one of our live sales. This one's also from one of our live sales. Some of Gary's carved beads we have in our live sale. These are from Mike's collection. So I picked up one of these starfish. I was like, this is super cool. This would be really fun with those antler beads. And then let's talk about these. So these are some Amazonite. I got these in the Softlex live sale. And these are, oh no, sorry, these are aquamarine. Ooh, they look similar, right? This one's the aquamarine, and it's faceted. And it's just a little short strand, but perfect when you just want to add a little accent of it. This one was the Amazonite, also from a Softlex live sale. I know, Dana, so many choices. Also me, I'm like, what am I going to do today? I almost was like, I don't even know if I'm going to do anything. I'm just going to ooh and ah over beads. I threw this in here. This is a really old resin pendant that I made with one of my abstract paintings, little abstract beach scene. And it's in a antique brass bezel. But it seems like it fits with this theme I've got going here. So I pulled this out also. Some green beads. I have some green chrysoprase. Super pretty. I think it would be a nice accent with some of the blues to kind of get a few different colors. You were waiting for me to show this one. So this was a painting I did on wood. It's just an abstract kind of beachy scene. Reminds me of like the Northeast beaches, right? With like reeds and stuff. And then I printed it out on photo paper, cut it to size, and then put it in the bezel, and then used some resin. I believe this was the ice resin that I used on this one. Thank you. Thanks, Tina, Melanie. Nicole says, Amazonite is my favorite stone. I know, it's so pretty. I feel like the Amazonite might be definitely in the running today. This is a really old strand. I actually picked this up at the booth for Softlex Company years ago, and it's chrysocolla. It's more on the gray side, like a gray blue. And I have a beautiful necklace that I love that I made with the rest of the strand. And this is sort of what I've had left. So this has just been hanging around for a while. Got some cute little drunk beads or druck beads, I think they're called. With we have some of these still online. Thought maybe for some spacers possibly. And this is really pretty. I think we might have had some of these in the most recent sale, the rutilated quartz. And again, I thought this would be lovely if I was doing something in more of like that warmer orangey coral color scheme. And last, well, not last, but almost last, I have one of these pendants that we picked up in Tucson. I think we had a couple of these in the most recent live sale from Thursday. I don't think it was this particular one, but we have a bunch of a variety of them. So this was one of them that I had picked up when we first brought them back. I just brought the little, I totally forgot I was going to make something for my mother-in-law with this bead for Mother's Day. And I was looking through and went, oh, that's right. So I gotta figure something out for her since we went on a hot air balloon together a few years ago. We have a few of these left. They were really popular. You guys really loved them. We got some more in, I think a little bit bigger size possibly. And just a couple of these left in the bead section. And then lastly, I've just got a mix of our ceramic beads that I pulled out because there might be something in here that just kind of goes along with what I'm doing. And I'm going to give away a bag of a ceramic bead mix today on the video. So that's what I'll be doing for our giveaway. So what do we do? What do we play with today? Are we feeling these Amazonite beads? Are we feeling the beachy pendant? I'm definitely using the antler in one or the other shape. I haven't decided yet. Should I go in the orange side of things? I feel like these would be good for a bracelet, doing something with these for like a fun bracelet. Dana says I would pick a pendant first. I know that starfish is pretty special. Excuse me. Okay, so we got the starfish. We have this little donut pendant. We have the art pendant. We have this really big Amazonite pendant, which could be pretty, which would really be a statement, wouldn't it, with this? That's pretty wild. I actually think these could be quite lovely with the starfish. I feel like they kind of go in that more earthy tone and then add something in there to brighten it up. Valerie says, oh, that's fabulous. I'm not sure I have that many other options to use this. So this might be, I wasn't expecting to go with that one today. Okay, so we're narrowing things down here, I think. So we've got the starfish with the chrysocolla. We maybe have this Amazonite. with the really big Amazonite pendant. And in both cases, I could utilize some elk antler. This goes really lovely with this color scheme, but if I was to make it an anklet, it just wouldn't be, it'd be too big, I feel like, to go with it. But maybe if it was could this go on a bracelet? Is that like, is it too big? Or is it more of a pendant? I love when I get to pull out like my random beads like this. This is so fun. If I make something later with this, I'll post it. Yes, I will, Tina. Ooh, the orange beads. That's right. There is a little bit of brown in here. Maybe one like that has a little bit of the creaminess and some darker pieces. That one might go well. What else? What else? So if I need something else in here, place my beach scene by the antler. By this antler. Let's see. Would I like this as a spacer in here, or will it make it too dark? I also have some little pearls, which might be cute with this. If I do the elk antler and that. Do you have any citrine? We need some citrine for the art. I was thinking the same thing, Melanie, when I saw this together. I felt like it needed a little yellow. I do have some citrine. Let me see where it is. Ooh. So many beads. So I do have some citrine. These are in like a rondelle shape. Let's see if I can get them out of the bag though. They're stuck in the bag. Where are some scissors? Mmm. That's pretty yummy. That is pretty yummy. We're just going to spend the hour picking out beads, right? We'll just group them together and we'll design another time. So I feel like we have three different things happening here. We have this project here. We have this project here, along with some of the elk antler is definitely getting in there. Maybe some of these little pearls. I also have a little bag of labradorite. That could be fun too. And then this is kind of happening over here. Got 1, 2, 3. Let's do a vote. 1, 2, or 3. Which project are we going to try and tackle? They all are very similar, aren't they, in their color scheme, but just slightly different, which is lovely. Melanie says 3. Pamela says 3. Valerie says 2. Oh boy. Oh, quite a few 3s coming in. Thomas, you're going to have to help me. You're going to have to help me with the numbers here. Tough choice. I feel like I'm seeing 2s and 3s more than 1. I got 1, 2 1s. Let me go back here. We got how many 2s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 2s, and now we've got 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 3 is our winner. 3 is our winner. They're all good though, right? I mean, you really couldn't make, there really wasn't a bad choice. We'll have to come back and do some of the other ones. Maybe on Wednesday, I'll do another one because I want to make all of these looking at them. So how about that? On Wednesday, we'll come back and I'll do another one. So I like how these have a very kind of similar size. So I think that's going to be nice. And then we've got the citrine in there. Then I need something kind of small, right? Maybe some metal beads in this color. I have the labradorite, which would bring in that little darker, a little bit of a darker color too. Let's take them out of the bag. And see how they feel. And then lastly, let me look at some metal beads. So some of you have wanted to see my organization. I don't know that I'm like the best organized, but I have one of those. You've probably seen them. You get them at the hobby store and they're like a big case and then they have a bunch of these smaller ones in there. So this one is my metal beads section. And I'll see if there's anything in here in that antique brass color. Maybe have this little bag, but I don't know. We'll just put it right there. I have these. Do you guys remember these? We had these a long time ago. Which they could be, this actually might be kind of fun in there. Just like one, like 2 of them maybe. So I have one for metal beads and then I have another little one for what I call spacer beads. And they tend to be kind of smaller spacers, like stuff like this. So I have those 2 little ones. Oh, I have some of these. We had these online a long time ago too. Oh, they're kind of copper though. They're more copper. We'll save those. I think these could be fun, and then maybe these little guys in there somewhere. That might be enough just to give a little metal. Yeah, they kind of have a little bit of a tribal. They're kind of, I don't know, they feel kind of beachy to me. Well, that was fun. All right, that's all for me. We just picked them all out. I'm going to grab my bead mat and start to lay some stuff out. This was a nice surprise to do one of my art pendants. It's probably, this guy is got to be like, I don't know, probably 8 years old. They're wakeboards. They do kind of look like wakeboards. These would be really cute for the earrings to match, wouldn't they? Like just one little. They do. They have like, yeah, it's almost vintage. I'm thinking it was probably 20, it might be close to 10, 2016, 17, 18, somewhere in there. Which doesn't seem like that would have been that long ago. And then I got two of these little guys I'll pull out. And I have this bag with some of these beads off the strand already. So I'm coming into the kitchen. Ooh, that sounds great, Nancy. I want some potatoes and a roast. That sounds delicious. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 12 of these on a strand. Let's just start by saying we'll do this and then we'll add more in. Look at me actually thinking about it as I put it on my mat too, huh? Oh, I don't know who James Enzer is, Thomas. I'll have to check it out. It's funny how you come back around to things because I'm back in my like a little more abstract phase. And so this was probably this was a small little collection I did, maybe like less than 10 items where I did like a beachy abstract collection 8 or 9 years ago. And then I just now started to do some more abstract stuff again. Where do we want to put the citrine? We want to put it. there. Is it too close to the metal? Let's see, do we like it like that? Oh my goodness, Kelly, that sounds like it's pretty late. Ooh, put a citrine bead on each side of the pendant. I like that. I like that idea. What if we also did this little metal piece right there? Kind of like what's happening over here. I think it moved that a little bit closer, which I think is good. I don't know if I want it to feel so samey, like elk antler and elk antler again. Maybe I want to put the green instead. Just kind of change it up. Do I want to do something like that? Add more citrine? Or less citrine? I could do 3. Let's do 2. Let's do 2. Do we want to add any of these in there? That could be nice to kind of break up the bigness of those beads next to each other. Do I want to put them in between everything? That's a question. Do you like them kind of ended up in between all the beads or just separating like the larger beads? Ooh, green plays so well with these colors, doesn't it? The cream and the citrine. So let's see, on this side, I'll just keep the labradorite between the big ones. On this side, let me try and put it in between everything. What if you put the little beads next to the pendant and then the citrine? I like that. I like that idea. Debbie says all the beads. I feel like it does give it a little more spaciousness feeling, I guess, right? Than if it's, so let's try, let's string that side up. All right, which wire? Ooh, I think the turquoise wire is just too blue in this design, so we'll put that one aside. I have a feeling I'm gonna go with the bone. I think the bone is gonna be classy. The fluorite is okay with it, but I think the bone feels the best. So I'm going to keep my wire on the spool, and let's just start kind of right here. And then we could figure out what we want to do for the other side. And we are trying the little beads between all of the beads. Look at my dirty nails. It's got paint all over them. You know, I had a good painty weekend. Oh, that's one thing I'm going to have to be careful about. Some of these beads might be too small for the medium. That one's good. And let's see how this goes with this pendant. If it is, no, that seems good. That seems like that'll sit there nicely. I'm a big fan of bone. Actually, what would be nice with this too is the antique brass would be really pretty with it, but it would make the colors a little darker underneath the citrine, whereas the bone is going to keep that citrine nice and bright. Let's see, hopefully I didn't get myself in a pickle with these. That one doesn't fit. That was this one that didn't fit. And that one doesn't fit. I might have to make a change. Ah! That one fits. We'll see how well it goes. And then the green one. Ooh, is that too green, too close to the pendant? I feel like I might like the antler there first. That is true, Dana. Good point. Good point. I could use these little guys in between too. I think I like that better, closer to the pendant. Let's pick up one of these greens that has some white in there, soften it a little bit. I might be able to lose the labradorite there and just let this go right to this one. Like that. I like that. That is looking fun. All right, let's see what we can do with the other side. I'll make sure I have a good amount of wire, and I'll cut from my spool so I can do side number 2. Nancy now wants some blank pendants that she can add little paintings to. I know, so cute, right? We all go through phases. So I was in a resin phase for a little while where I was doing that. So what do I got going on after this? I've got a little labradorite. Maybe. That one doesn't fit. This one. That one doesn't fit either. This one. There we go. The antler does have a pretty nice size hole. So if you like to work with leather, you could use that with those beads too. Let's see, what bead do I want to use next? I kind of like these little softer greens. I'm hoping if I can just get the labradorite in the front, then I can kind of just go up the back without them. If I have enough, then I can just go up the back without them. Now I think I remember why they were in that bag, is I feel like I was working on something and they were the ones that didn't fit. I should write that on the bag, huh? These green beads are chrysoprase. Which I feel like we do usually have some chrysoprase in different shapes and stuff in our live sale, because Mike was a big fan of green beads in general. He loved green like I did. Looking at our website the other day, I was putting together beads of the same color, and I was like, oh my gosh, we have so many green beads. I was like, that's probably because Mike really loved them too. Oh, I just need one more. Let's see. Come on. One of these can fit, right? Oh, oh. Will one of you work? If not, I'll just take this one off. And then so what do you think I should do now? If I have no more of those labradorites, should I add in these little druck beads in the back, or should I just let it be kind of chunkier? I think I want another one of these in here. Let's see how it looks with 2. I feel like I like these guys. You feel like are too dark? Maybe I need a little. Here's this one. This one's lighter. Let's do this one. Let's see what it looks like without the druck beads and see if we can just keep going. And some of these are darker. These are all darker. Those are darker. Some of these are a little bit lighter, like those two. That one's lighter. This one's probably a lighter one. This one's kind of dark. So how many do I have left? 1, 2, 3. I'm going to say 4. I don't particularly like that one too much, so maybe I'll put that one there. Say I've got 4 of these left. And I do have quite a bit of these left. So let's try it. I know, don't forget earrings. Well, I think I could maybe I could get away with a little bit darker on the earring, right? Because a little further from your neck. And I do still have some of these left. And where did I put my citrine? I do have some more citrine. So we'll add 2 citrine over here. Definitely those metal for the earrings, for sure. I don't know if the antler works on the earrings or not, but those are light. I might be able to get away with that. We'll just put those aside for possible earrings. So looking at it back here, it feels too chunky to me. I feel like I need something. Should I go ahead with and open these? I think they'll work in the back, on the back side. So I've got the labradorite in the front and then these little guys in between. That feels better. Thanks, Vivian. Thanks for hitting that like button. I'll take the love. Give me some likes. Hit the subscribe button. If you are new to us here at Softlex Company, we do fun jewelry making tutorials every week. I don't know if I should add another one of these or if 2 is enough. I'm going to leave it as 2 is enough for right now. Oh, the beautiful focal bead. This is a pendant. It's a antique brass square pendant that has my painting in it that I printed out on photo paper and then resin on top to seal it. And I made that like 8 years ago, somewhere around then. And it just happened to pull it out with my beads today. Oh, guys, I'm liking this. Oh, I did leave off a green bead. Oh, I did. Ooh, do we like that? Do we like it being different? So I went one and then a green bead, and here I did two and then a green bead. Let's see what it looks like if I stick with the asymmetry. I guess it doesn't work too well in this particular instance because everything else is symmetrical. Which side do you like better? Two and then one? Good catch, Dana. So we got two and then one of these. And then one more of these. Now I don't have any citrine up here. We okay with that? Or should I add a little bit? I could add it here around the green bead like I did there. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, I like that. It also helps me to extend my necklace a little bit too, doesn't it? So I've got two more left and then just one more. So I have to be more. One. That. That looks good. I like that a lot. Okay. So I'm going to do the same on this side that I did on this side. So we'll take these off. Do citrine, chrysoprase, citrine, and then a spacer. Then an antler, spacer, citrine, spacer, chrysoprase. I'm glad I pulled these little beads out. I didn't think they really were going to end up in my design, but they did. All right, so I'm going to put little bead stoppers back here and see where this ended up. I'm going to take my other necklace off and show you this one on my beading mat that Sarah made. That is amazing. Look at this guy. I think we have some Luigi beads in our shop that are not exactly like this, but are similar. And I think you can work out a similar design. Ooh, perfect. Perfect length. Yeah, let's look at this up close. I think this was in a magazine. I don't remember which one it was. Let me wipe it off too. Just clean it up a little bit. So this has got huge lamp work, 3-hole beads. Sarah strung soft flex through each of the holes, and she crimped and added a crimp cover. So she right on the ends. She used crystals. I think these might be CZs, actually. I think these little peridot ones are CZs in between. And then she's got the crystals there. So stunning. The last one here, she crimped it and then she added extra wire, added another crimp and a crimp cover and braided it. So the back has a little bit extra texture. Oh, isn't it stunning? I used to wear it in the booth when we would do trade shows. And that was when one, I think it was the Bead and Button show. She was like, you need to just keep that. She's like, that just looks fabulous on you. Green is for sure my color. And then with the purple, oh my gosh. So that was really sweet. So I wore it in our booth and she let me keep it. I know. I don't know who the artist was. I wonder if Sarah happens to know. I'm not sure who the artist was for that. Ooh, I do have. I really want to use a antique brass. Should I make it long or should I just, I think it was kind of perfect where it was, but I could put an extender on it. I even have one of these little things. I never use those. It's attached to the clasp. So I'm going to do the clasp side first. Going to go grab out my crimps, 2x2 millimeter crimp tube, and I'm going to use some of the gold filled color. Go ahead and slide on my crimp, and then I'll slide on my clasp. Do I have this in the right direction? I think I need it like that. Grab my magical crimping plier, which works fabulously with 2x2 millimeter crimp tubes from us at Softlex Company. Make myself a little loop, turn it back into my crimp bead, and then I'm going to place that crimp right in the notch of this magical crimper. Give it a good squeeze, firm handshake. It'll pinch all 4 corners of your crimp, making it look a little bit like a ravioli. And then we're going to turn it 90 degrees, put it back inside. Squeeze it again, and then I like to roll it and squeeze it a few more times, really round it out. And then it turns my crimp into this nice little bead. Trim off the excess wire. Now I can move all my beads down to meet my clasp. And then I'll take my bead stopper off on the other side. You don't want to lay your necklace straight and crimp it really tight. You want to make sure there's some movement in there. So give your necklace a little movement, and then you can add your crimp tube. And you can just make a loop, but since I've got this little guy that was attached, I guess I'll use it. Go through here. Whoop. Come back down. But a lot of times I usually just make a soft flex loop and leave it at that. I like when my loops are similar in size. So I'll just look at my first one again, try to get it somewhat similar. And then go ahead and crimp. Place that crimp again right in that notch. Give it a squeeze. Turn it 90 degrees, squeeze again, and then go around a couple times. And then you can trim off that wire right at the crimp tube, and I have nice little length left. The magical crimper is amazing. And this turned out super, super duper lovely. I'm so excited to have this necklace made. Like I said, I've had this pendant for a really long time. Thank you guys. Thanks for all your help. Let's see about some earrings. It's 2:06, so I'm going to try and make it quick. Let's just see what we got here. Do I want to use all of these beads in an earring, and how do I want to do that? I could just do it like that. We could do the citrine at the top. Should I use soft flex or should I use some craft wire? That's true, Katney. You don't have to do your own painting. You could do any kind of picture. You could do photographs, and you could do some pictures that you find and just resin over it. I know the antler hole is big. I don't have any little drucks in there. Let's grab some craft wire. I wasn't prepared with that. Let's see, 24 gauge. I've got some 24 gauge craft wire in our vintage bronze color. Go up, go around my bead. Make myself a little bead head pin. And just give this a little twist here to tighten it up. Thanks, Kelly. I know, and then we'll choose a winner. I'm just going to try and do one real fast and see what I think. Should I just stick with that and leave the antler out? And since they do have kind of a large hole. I could even just keep it simple. I kind of like it just like that, I think. Keep it nice and simple, right? Go ahead and make myself a little loop and wrap around there a few times. I'll probably add it to a, if you don't have an antique brass ear wire, you could leave the little guy in the front or you could leave it off in the back, depending on what you like. If you don't have an antique brass ear wire, I'm unsure if I do. I think I can get away with just doing the gold. I can always swap it out later if I get a antique brass one in the future. So you just want your circle to be, your loop to be facing you. This is my front. Go ahead and add it to my ear wire. And there we go. I think that's cute. Cute, cute, cute. All right, let's pick our winner. Thanks for hanging with me. We went a little long today, but we were having fun, right? Let's see what we got. We've got 55 of you have entered the giveaway. Go ahead and use that hashtag beads. Last chance to enter. Such a pretty set. I'm really, really happy with this. Thank you, guys. I'm excited to see what we make together on Wednesday. And you could even make the earrings asymmetrical if you want to flip-flop. That could be a possibility. You've been working very hard. Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate it. All the likes, we appreciate you. All those likes really help our video get seen. So it's very helpful if you enjoyed yourself to just hit that like button, hit the heart on Facebook or the like on YouTube, and just lets the algorithm know that you are enjoying yourself, and maybe more people will get to see our video. All right, here we go. Let's draw our winner. You can still shop our live bead sale up through this evening at midnight. So if you haven't checked it out yet, go check it out. You can find it on the Softflex Company Facebook page. You can find it on the Softflex Company app, download and shop from there. Or you can go to our website and click on the live sale link in the navigation above, and it'll bring you to our live sale store. Winner is Stephanie Howard. Are you here, Stephanie? Please let us know in the comments. Please let us know if you're here. If you want to get on our live sale text notification list, please text the word beads to 707. She's here. 707-247-6430 to join us on our live sale text messages. Congratulations, Stephanie. Hooray. I'm so glad you're here. Please go ahead and email us at info@softflexcompany.com. Let us know your shipping information, and we will get your bead mix prize out in the mail to you. Thank you guys all so much for hanging with me today. It was a lot of fun as usual. Always a great way to kick off a nice creative week, hanging with all of you. And I look forward to seeing you again on Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific time. I'll be hanging out with Joyce. We're going to be doing a beading party, and I'll choose to work with either of the two that we didn't pick today. I'll pull them back out, and you guys can help me choose which one, and we'll do another beading on the fly together. So much fun. Love you all. We appreciate you so very much. Bead sale on the live sale, but also bead sale at softflexcompany.com. So if you prefer to go shop our website, go check out softflexcompany.com. That sale is good until tomorrow. May 13th at midnight. Use the coupon code BEADSALE, all one word, and you'll get 20% off all of our beads and gemstones, including those on closeout. So that could be up to 65% off depending on what they're priced at already. Must use the coupon, not valid with any other order discounts. And it is good until tomorrow or while supplies last. So thanks again. I will see you all on Wednesday and again on Thursday for our newest live bead sale. Bye.